This is part 3 of our composite series. This is actually the last video of this series. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do the final adjustments, and I'm gonna start by adding sharpening to this image. We're gonna do that by making a copy of our subject. We're gonna do that by pressing Ctrl J. Then I'm gonna go to Filter, Other, and Highpass. I'm gonna add 5 pixels of sharpening. Then I'm gonna click OK. Then I go to Blend Modes, and I'm gonna change that to Soft Light. All right. Then I get close to my image. I grab my brush, and I'm gonna paint with a. We're gonna hide some of the effects because when you add sharpening to the face, it doesn't look really flattering. So we're gonna add the. We're gonna remove some of that sharpening of the face, as you can see. All right, we're removing that. I'm gonna click before and after. All right, as you can see, the eyes, the eyebrows, the hair, and the clothes is really sharp. But this part is not, because we don't really want to do that, because what this is gonna do is just going to emphasize some of his imperfections, and we don't want that. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my subject. I'm gonna press FX. I'm gonna go where it says drop shadow. And then, as you can see, we have a drop shadow right there. We have a shadow. I'm gonna go where it says size. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna play around with it. What this does is it just blurs the shadow. We're gonna do that by 90% pixels. Then we're gonna click OK. We are going to separate this shadow from the subject. We can do that by going where it says drop shadow. I'm gonna right click on drop shadow, and then I click create layer. I'm gonna click OK, and that creates another drop shadow. I mean, that creates separates the drop shadow from the subject. And we do that because we need to do this. We need to press Ctrl T for trace transform. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna bring it down, and we're gonna make it look like it is an actual shadow. All right, like so, and there you go. You press Control, hold it down, and then you go to one of the corners, and then you bring it down. All right, and there you go. We're gonna click Enter. Now I'm gonna blur this a little bit more. I'm gonna go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Then I'm gonna do about 45%. Then I go to opacity and just play around with the opacity. Okay, about that is going to be good. 62. We're gonna see the before and after. So you can see there's our shadow. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go to one of these adjustment layers. We're gonna add curves. We're gonna go in the middle, and we're gonna bring it down a little bit. All right. Then I'm gonna press V for my brush, and I'm going to change the opacity to 50% and the flow to 50% too. All right. And then I'm gonna start painting on this. I'm gonna bring back some of the original color, because if you have a shadow, that means that there's a light hitting the subject. All right, there we go. And we're gonna do before and after. So now it looks more realistic. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go to File, and I'm gonna save this image. Okay, now that once our image is saved, I want to go and import that image to Lightroom 5. I'm gonna go where it says, I'm gonna open up my Lightroom. I had it already open. I'm gonna go to Import. Okay, and then I go to I know where it is. I'm gonna go right here and select it. I'm gonna import this image. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the image to the develop module. and I'm gonna add one of my signature black and white presets. In this case, let's see which one do I want. Then I'm gonna go with the Christian oldie, and I'm gonna click OK. Okay. I'm gonna take the I'm gonna add some vignette into this. I'm gonna go where it says effects. Alright, then I go to basic, and I'm gonna bring back the clarity to 0 because we already added some sharpening in Photoshop. The contrast back to 0 too, and as you can see, that's our final image. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. My name is Christian Lopez, and don't forget to check www.2iphotography.com. More content coming soon. Thank you so much, and you have a great night.